and they ask me, oh, were you born Muslim? Like, you know, oh, how did you revert? So they start asking me those questions, and I answer them because I think it's important to inspire people with your story, especially if you're a revert. Peace, what's going on? My name is Boshiaraejean, and this is the Reversion of My Life series. Today, I'm gonna talk to you guys about something.
Quick break, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much, and back to the video.
About if I was born Muslim. People always ask me this question, so I wanted to be able to answer it for you guys because I think sometimes it gets confused whether if I'm a revert or if I'm a, you know, raised Muslim, born Muslim, but we all were born Muslim, right? Like, you know, I don't understand these questions. So one, I have the questions here on my phone, so I'm gonna go ahead. So one of the questions were you born Muslim, and how can you wear the scarf like a turban? Because I wear the scarf like a turban. So that's a two-part question. I'm just going to answer one. So no, I wasn't born Muslim. I wasn't raised Muslim. My family, however, were practicing Muslims on my father's side. Two uncles specifically practiced Islam, and I kind of like picked it up through the community. My father grew up in Newark, and it was just like something that was going on at the time. I realized that I didn't know too much about it, but when I got older, kind of things started coming back, just like memories of, like, you know, people saying certain things to me, Assalamu alaikum, you know, stuff like that. And just like my dad was not cool with any pork being in the house, so that as well. Like, I was practically raised with some of the same principles of Islam, but you know, it wasn't something that culturally was in my home. So yeah, that answers your question, anybody who wanted to know. And okay, so now when people ask me why do I wear the scarf like when I wear the turban versus khimar like this, I think it's very rude to do that. Like, you shouldn't do that. It's very rude. You should definitely worry about yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't need your help. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to sis, you know what I'm saying? Kalani with her dope single. Worry about yourself. I don't need your help. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be all up in my face talking about why you don't wear this, why you don't. Like, worry about yourself. Don't be all up in my deen and what I'm doing. It's between me and my Rob. Like, mind your business. I think that's very rude. So I'm not even gonna answer that question. I hope that answered your question. You know, do not ask that question. Don't ask other sisters that question. I understand that people want to help people with their deen, but it's about how you ask the question. It's not about what you ask. And it's also about you respectively knowing when to not ask certain questions. So try your best to keep your mouth shut. Moving on. When I approach other people and talk to them about Islam, whether they look like me or not, I expect them to be enthused, but it doesn't even happen, so I don't even go into it. And they ask me, oh, were you born Muslim? Like, you know, oh, how did you revert? So they start asking me those questions, and I answer them because I think it's important to inspire people with your story, especially if you're a revert and you have something to say, or you have something that brought you to Islam. Maybe it could inspire the Muslims that were raised, you know, that way, or had it in their life. Maybe that could inspire them to approach their deen differently, or to just like really go in with their deen, you know what I'm saying? Like, go take it another level up. So that's basically like that whole entire spill on me being born Muslim. It's annoying when I get asked the question, but I answer it because I know that there's so many ways I could answer it, and so I like to talk to people. I like to get deep into the psychology of the mind of a human being. I don't just answer questions because, okay, you want me to answer it right now. No, I answer it because I want to see how you think based off of what I say. If I could startle you, if I could just, you know, slip you up a little bit, trip you up, banana pill slip, because you may not know what's going to come out of my mouth. You may think I may not know anything. So, were you born Muslim? Or